Bonjour, French 1 students. Welcome to today's lesson about Lesson 9, Part C, Vocabulaire, les affaires personnelles, personal belongings. So, you'll see we start by talking about how to talk about the things that you have. S'il vous plaît, répétez. Okay. Est-ce que tu as? Est-ce que tu as? Oui, j'ai. Oui, j'ai. Est-ce que tu as une moto? Oui, j'ai une moto. So we see some new vocabulary here for some objects. Again, let's kind of go over what these are. First off, un portable is a cell phone. Un appareil photo is a camera. Un baladeur is a personal CD player. Un CD is a CD. Un télé is a television. Un DVD is a DVD. Un cassette video is a video cassette tape. Un ordinateur is a computer. Un radio is a radio. Un radio cassette is like a boombox. Un chaîne hi-fi or un mini chaîne is a small stereo. Une voiture or un auto is a car. Un vélo or une bicyclette is a bicycle. Une mobilette is a moped. Un scooter is a scooter. And une moto is a motorcycle. To kind of go over a little bit about the differences between une mobilette, un scooter, and une moto. Une moto, that's like what you think of as a traditional motorcycle. So you have like a Harley Davidson or a Honda or a Yamaha. Those would be kind of your street bikes, motorcycles that you would see on the road. Un scooter, that's a scooter. And then une mobilette is a moped. Now, the difference between a moped and a scooter, so typically a scooter starts, it has like some sort of ignition and you turn a key and it starts. Whereas a moped usually has pedals on it and you actually pedal it to start the engine on it. So that's the difference, and because of that, a moped tends to be a little bit less expensive than a scooter. Mopeds and scooters are pretty common for French teenagers to have. So if you would please repeat after me, s'il vous plaît, répétez, un portable, un appareil photo, un baladeur, un CD, un télé, un DVD, une cassette video, un ordinateur. Now notice there's kind of this line here, right? And the difference here is these are all nouns that are masculine, and these are all nouns that are feminine. With the exception being un vélo, that's a masculine noun. Actually, they didn't do it that way, did they? So I'm sorry, never mind. Okay. So kind of more, they separated it in an odd way. All right, so continuing, s'il vous plaît, répétez. Un radio. Un radio cassette. Une chaîne hi-fi. Une mini chaîne. Une voiture. Un auto. Un vélo. Une bicyclette. Une mobilette. Un scooter. Un moto. So do remember that nouns that are masculine are going to have a un. Nouns that are feminine are going to use un. Remember that un and un mean a or an. If instead you want to say the, then the masculine is le and the feminine is la. And remember with le and la, they both become L apostrophe before a vowel or a silent H. Also, here they talk about how to ask if an object works. We have est que la radio marche and oui, elle marche. Again, why do they use L here to say it? Because the word la radio is feminine, and remember, if something's feminine, we're going to use L to say it. If the word is masculine, like we have over here, okay, then, like le vélo, then we use il for it. Okay, so remember that il, it can be it for a masculine noun, and L can be it for a feminine noun. So the verb marche has two meanings. For people, marche means to walk. For things, it means to work or to run. So we're going to do a real quick conjugation here, remember. So to walk, to work, to run, depending on what we're talking about. So marche is a regular ER verb. So remember, we're going to take off this ER, which gives us the stem. Okay, and this stem part's going to be in all of the forms of our verb. So for je, it's M-A-R-C-H, that's my stem, and I add an E because it's je. For to, M-A-R-C-H, because that's the stem, and E-S on the end, because it's to. For il or L singular, M-A-R-C-H, and then an E is what we add. So again, remember, for je, we're adding E for ER verbs, to, ES, il or L, E. For new, again, it's still the M-A-R-C-H, because that's our stem, and we add an O-N-S. For vous, it's M-A-R-C-H. We add an E-Z, because it's vous. And for il and L pluriel, it's M-A-R-C-H, and an E-N-T. So again, remember, for regular ER verbs, for new, we add O-N-S, unless it's a G-ER verb, and then we add E-O-N-S. For vous, we add E-Z, and for il and L pluriel, we add E-N-T. Now, hopefully remember about pronouncing these. Remember that there were only 3 different ways to pronounce them. So hopefully remember that the boot verbs all sound the same. And then the infinitive and the vous form sound the same. So remember when we say this, s'il vous plaît, répétez je marche, tu marches, elle marche, nous marchons, vous marchez, il marche. Okay, so again, that's a regular ER verb. This was just a review of regular ER verbs. Remember, what was nice about any kind of regular verb is that it follows that pattern. That pattern is what, okay, we highlighted here in this yellow, okay, was je adds the E. So here is some extra vocabulary that you might like to know. We have un appareil photo numérique, une caméra, un caméscope, un radio réveil, une radio cassette CD, une chaîne stéréo, une stéréo, une micro chaîne, un casque, un lecteur de CD, un lecteur de DVD, un lecteur de MP3, un magnétoscope, un téléviseur, une console de jeux vidéo, un CD-ROM, un VTT, un skate, des relais, une trottinette. Again, masculine nouns, remember, are going to have un. They're going to, and again, that means a or an. If you want it to say the, you have to use le. If you want it to say my, it's mon. If you want it to say your, it's ton. Oops. And remember, if we're going to replace a masculine noun and we want to say it, we have to say il. For feminine nouns, un means a or an. The is la. My is ma. And your is ta. And again, if I want to replace a feminine noun and say it, I have to say elle. So again, that's a review. We've talked about the fact that all nouns in French are either masculine or feminine. Remember, we never use more than one of these at a time. Just like in English, we don't say a, the. In French, we don't either. So if we want to say the mountain bike, we would say le VTT. Okay. So that brings us to what your homework is tonight. Page 143, exercise 7. Exercise 7 says, Qu'est-ce que tu as? Parlez. Eric asks Leah if she has the following objects. She says that she does. Play both roles. So Qu'est-ce que tu as is asking, what do you have? So you're going to, for this one, write both the question and the answer like the red example in your book. So the example there, we see a picture of a guitar. So we have, Est-ce que tu as une guitare? Oui, j'ai une guitare. What part of the question is going to stay the same every time? Yes, the est-ce que tu as is going to be in every single question. What part of the answer stays the same every time? Correct. The oui, j'ai will stay the same every time. And then all you'll be doing is changing the object. For number 1, you can tell that that's supposed to be une mobilette because they match the pictures. So your textbook is quite consistent about its pictures matching, so you know which object it is that it wants you to use. Au revoir. À demain.